Could the Philippines be outmaneuvering China? It's a startling question. China is a global superpower with undeniable military might and economic influence, yet something is shifting in the contested waters of the West Philippine Sea. Whispers of a quiet, multi-pronged strategy are emerging. This isn't about open warfare, not yet anyway. The Philippines appears to be leveraging something powerful: international law, quiet partnerships and smart economic plays. Is this a desperate gamble or a calculated risk with a real chance of success? The implications are huge, not just for these two nations, but for the entire Indo-Pacific region. If the Philippines can counter China's moves, it could rewrite the rules of engagement. This is a story about courage and resilience. We will delve into this unfolding situation, examining the historical context and China's aggressive actions. Most importantly, we will explore the Philippines' alleged secret strategy. What are its key components? Is it actually working? And what could happen next? The world is watching this silent showdown. Stay with us. The West Philippine Sea has long been a powder keg. Territorial disputes simmer beneath the surface. These waters are rich in resources and vital shipping lanes. China claims almost all of it, using its infamous 9-dash line, cutting deep into the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. An international tribunal at The Hague rejected this claim in 2016, but China ignored the ruling. Since then, tensions have escalated, especially starting in the third quarter of 2023. Chinese aggression has become more blatant and dangerous. In October 2023, a Chinese Coast Guard ship rammed a Philippine vessel near Second Thomas Shoal. This was not an isolated incident. The aggression continued and intensified. In June 2024, Chinese vessels surrounded and rammed Philippine boats, injuring personnel and damaging vessels. China frequently employs water cannons and swarming tactics with their maritime militia. This is a clear pattern of intimidation, aiming to assert de facto control and push the Philippines out. The historical context is one of broken promises and disregarded international law. The Philippines has faced a tough choice: kowtow to a giant or find a new way to fight back. It seems Manila has chosen the latter, a path fraught with peril but also with potential. This relentless pressure aims to solidify China's dominance. The stakes are high and the world is watching. So what is this secret strategy? A key part involves strengthening defense alliances, often quietly. The Philippines is engaging in talks and building stronger ties with crucial partners like the United States, Japan and Australia. This is about collective security. A trilateral summit in April 2024 signaled a shift in Asia's security architecture. In November 2024, the US and the Philippines reaffirmed their security commitments with action, not just words. Memoranda of understanding were signed with South Korea in October 2024 to boost defense cooperation. The US-Philippines alliance is being modernized with new military technology, including surveillance drones and anti-ship missiles. A defense technology sharing agreement was signed with the US in 2024, providing unmanned surface vessels crucial for maritime awareness. The Philippines is focusing its military modernization on territorial defense. Japan and France are also contributing to this effort. This isn't just about buying weapons, it's about building a credible deterrent. Quietly but effectively, the Philippines is leveling the playing field. This strategy is about creating a more resilient defense. It makes it harder for China to act with impunity. The Philippines is showing that smaller nations can use diplomacy and alliances effectively. Beyond alliances, there are boots on the ground and ships in the water. The Philippines is conducting silent drills that don't always make headlines but have a significant impact. The Balikatan exercises with the US are a prime example. Activities under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, are ongoing. These are crucial for interoperability and readiness. The US has gained increased access to Philippine military bases, thanks to EDCA and updated bilateral defense guidelines. These bases are strategically located, some near Taiwan and others close to the West Philippine Sea. This allows for rapid response and enhances surveillance capabilities. China is undoubtedly watching these developments closely. New Philippine military bases are also being established in carefully chosen locations to protect national interests. Joint island seizure and defense exercises in November 2024 demonstrated the Philippines' commitment to exercising its legal rights within its own waters. Task Force Ayungin supports Philippine maritime domain awareness, allowing for quicker reactions and evidence gathering of Chinese aggression. These shadow moves and silent drills create a more resilient defense. They make it harder for China to act with impunity. This is a strategy of persistent presence. The Philippines is showing that smaller nations can use diplomacy and alliances effectively. The Philippines' strategy isn't just about military maneuvers, it's also about economics. Manila is building ties with alternative partners, looking beyond China for investment. Japan, South Korea, the United States, and the European Union are becoming key players, especially for critical infrastructure development. This diversification reduces vulnerability to Chinese economic pressure and opens up new avenues for growth. There's a clear effort to cut reliance on Chinese investments, particularly in sensitive sectors like telecommunications, energy, and major infrastructure projects. Following the ramming incident in October 2023, Manila cancelled 3 Chinese-funded infrastructure projects, citing delays and the search for better deals elsewhere. The Philippines also signaled disengagement from China's Belt and Road Initiative by not attending the Third Belt and Road Forum in October 2023. The BRI has been criticized for creating debt traps and advancing Beijing's geopolitical ambitions. Manila appears keen to avoid these pitfalls and is charting its own economic course. The focus is now on developing reliable energy sources, including incorporating nuclear energy into its power grid by 2032. Improving overall infrastructure is also a priority to attract more foreign direct investment. The semiconductor industry is projected to grow by 10 to 15% annually until at least 2027. The United States has designated the Philippines as a partner under the CHIPS and Science Act, helping diversify global supply chains. This economic strategy is about building a credible deterrent. Quietly but effectively, the Philippines is leveling the playing field. Diplomacy is another crucial front in this quiet contest. The Philippines is not just relying on old friends, it's actively courting new ones and building a broader coalition of support. This is about internationalizing the issue and framing China's actions as a threat to global norms, freedom of navigation, and the rule of law. Manila is leveraging international forums, speaking out more forcefully, and presenting evidence of Chinese aggression. This diplomatic offensive aims to isolate Beijing, or at least make it pay a higher reputational cost for its actions. The 2016 arbitral ruling remains a powerful diplomatic tool, consistently referred to by the Philippines. New Philippine maritime legislation, such as the Maritime Zones Act and the Archipelagic Sea Lanes Act, strengthens Manila's legal standing. This multi-layered diplomatic effort is about building consensus and creating a united front. When multiple nations speak with one voice, it's harder to ignore. The Philippines is showing that smaller nations can use diplomacy effectively, rally support, and challenge the narratives of larger powers. This diplomatic dance is intricate, requiring skill and persistence. So far, Manila seems to be making the right steps. The world watches and waits to see if this gamble will pay off. What are your thoughts? How do you see this playing out? Join the conversation. Is this multifaceted strategy having an effect? Are there signs that China is feeling the pressure? Some analysts believe so. Beijing has issued increasingly aggressive statements, its rhetoric becoming sharper and more defensive. Paradoxically, this could be interpreted as a sign of nervousness, a sign that Manila's playbook is causing discomfort in Beijing. The Chinese Coast Guard has reacted with more patrols, but there have also been reports of fewer outright blockades in some instances. For example, a provisional understanding on 2nd Thomas Shoal in July 2024 reportedly led to some incident-free resupply missions. This could be a tactical adjustment by China, or a sign that they are testing the waters, trying to gauge the resolve of the Philippines and its allies. There are even whispers of leaks from Chinese analysts warning about a Philippine-led containment strategy. If true, this suggests that China is taking the Philippines' efforts seriously, not dismissing them as mere irritants. The combination of harsher words and slightly moderated actions on the water could be telling, suggesting a degree of uncertainty and a recalculation of risks and benefits. The Philippines' strategy seems to be forcing China to react, rather than always being the one dictating the terms of engagement. This is a subtle but important shift in dynamics.